Hey, hi, it's Meredith. I'm here with our message for Thursday, the 4th of June, 2020. We are back with the Druid Craft Tarot deck for our message today. We've got two cards off the bottom of the deck. This is the potential theme running through the energy atmosphere of the day. Our first card is the moon. Ooh, how appropriate. As we are on the eve of an eclipse in Sagittarius. And I think it's a full moon. Don't quote me on that. I haven't looked at my moon calendar in a while. Okay, so the moon. You know, this card heightens our intuition every time we see it. We have some sort of upgrade. Our frequency expands. Our intuitive dial just goes way, way up. And as I look at the card right now, I feel that the vulnerabilities connected to our sensitivities may feel like they're on display today. Yeah. There's a bit of a raw energy to the moon right now as I'm looking at it, and it feels welcome though. It doesn't feel like something that we need to protect or even some of us might be inclined to hide that. My feeling is that the atmosphere welcomes the vulnerability within our sensitivity at this time. Coming with the moon, temperance, beautiful. What a combination. You know, the moon is alchemy itself because it's borrowed light of the sun. I remind you of that almost every time we turn it over. And then we have temperance. We've seen this card 3 times this week, I believe. And it's the energy of what's arriving on our foundation, how we've contributed our heart space energy to what it is we've held in manifestation or been nurturing into manifestation. And actually, I really like this combination of feeling the sensitivity off the moon in the reading. I feel the energy of birth here too. Something being birthed, and that could be the arrival of whatever is landing on our foundation at this time. You know, it's tender and it's new, but it's also surprising and delightful, and we're elated to see it, feel it, hear it, know it. Yeah. Sweet. Let's see what these cards are connected to. We may come back to them, of course. Our first is Two of Wands. We've seen this card this week as well, so it's nice that it's here in repetition, and it's the message of stepping across a threshold, stepping over a threshold into a new world of experience. And this is more of that energy for encouraging us to continue to contribute to the flow of manifestation, to be in allowing, to be in creation, to be in passionate, excited anticipation with the energy. So we talk about the 17 seconds of pure thought so often here when we do these readings, and how that contributes 2,000 action hours to whatever it is we're holding in heart space, which again, 5,000 times more powerful than the thought space. Equally important, just super powerful. And here's the Two of Wands showing up as confirmation and encouragement. Confirmation of the work you've done thus far, the contributions you've made thus far, and an encouragement to keep it coming, keep going. As sensitive and vulnerable as you might feel under this energy of the moon in an eclipse, as this alchemy births something brand new onto our foundation, this isn't a place for us to pause or to go still with our energy. It is encouragement to remain in the flow. Our next card, wow, the World, the last card of the major arcana. Reward of prior effort. Here, it's one of the most welcome cards in tarot. It is witnessing the cycle of life and all the blessings that come out of the journey. The arduous experiences, the experiences of grace all coming together and having deep appreciation for every step in the journey, even the moments that have been exceptionally uncomfortable. Again, vulnerable, sensitive. We can recognize that, honor that, hold that in our hands, in our hearts, in our mind's eye, and be so thankful for the parts of the journey, the legs of the journey that were so difficult, because they contributed to the blessings we're receiving now. World, full circle moment. Now the cards will reset to 0 at the Fool. So this confirms the Two of Wands message as well. So keep it going, keep it flowing. Next we have, look at that, Death. Second day in a row too. Transformation. Look at all the major arcana on the table. So far, 4. That's amazing. So the Death card. Simultaneous endings and beginnings. So just as one thing sweeps off the foundation, another thing is placed on it. And that's how the Wheel of Fortune has been at work in our world as well. The momentum is in flow because of what we continue to contribute. Two of Wands. Because we have our eye on the world. And we're listening to our intuition, the moon. And as we do that, we bring all of these energies together and we create passionately, with excitement, joy, surprise, delight, all of that wonderful, wonderful, powerful spiritual energy. And then we have the Death card, so important in the process because there's a balance to be struck here. You see it in Temperance, you feel it in the Death card. Coming with this. Now the Devil. Vulture thoughts. You know, it's actually a perfect placement, and I feel that it backs up the Death card some too, because here we see the Lovers from the Lovers card on this card, which means a choice has been made, a decision has been made, a direction has been chosen, and it has led down this path. Sitting next to the Death card, you can see absolutely how the ending, something comes to completion and fulfillment, and part of the reward, part of the blessing is in that fulfillment, it's been swept from the foundation. Sometimes that feels bittersweet. We talked about this in the previous reading. Hence the Devil card, hence the vulture thoughts that show up. However, the greatest part of this momentum here is the world. This is the reward of the prior effort. So although something's being swept off, although it may touch upon bittersweet energies, and although it may even create some doubt and uncertainty, again, vulnerability, sensitivity on the moon, we continue to keep moving with it because we have been seeing the Knight of Pentacles so much lately. We've seen the Ace of Pentacles so much, the divine and cosmic gift of resource and opportunity to step across thresholds, gateways, and travel deeper into our spiritual journey, which certainly brings some doubt and uncertainty to the surface, but that's the blessing, because this is what Death will sweep off the foundation, the surface of your foundation, and the world presents you all the reward of the prior effort, and that came out of the alchemy of manifestation. Beautiful. Great confirmation message, and this is on the eve of the eclipse, as I mentioned at the beginning. So consider that this is prime time for you to be holding in heart space what's next. How are you going deeper? And we've also had a lot of cards, a lot of messages that have us taking a look at how we contribute, how we participate, wherever we are, in our families, in our friendships, in our career, and how we are of service. And under the microscope of these cards, day after day, we've been encouraged to take a look at that, because we want to be investing our energies wisely, not to avoid. And within the void is where you find some vulture thoughts. So certainly pick them over, see the value that they added at the time, and then let them go, because the world, the wheel, the moon, Temperance, We've seen them all in repetition, so we know the divine delivery system is alive and thriving and delivering. So make way for what's coming next. All right. No, not affirmation. Angel answers. This is your opportunity to ask a question if you've got one. Here's one falling out. Unusual to see a timing card, but in the near future. Yeah, like maybe tomorrow. If you asked a timing card, there it is. Excuse me. If you asked a timing question, there it is. I'm hearing from my guides right now. In regard to the in the near future, I'm hearing the word improvement. And that's on repeat. So things are improving day by day by day. Improvement. Huh. Second time I've heard that message today. Next card. Communicate clearly. Yes, please. To each and every one of us, communicate clearly, which means listening well and hearing. Asking, do you understand? Or may I please have clarity? Could you expand on that for me? All right, next. Ooh, one of our favorites. Big happy changes. Yes, this is exactly what we're talking about here. What these cards are confirming and encouraging in so much repetition lately. I'm also now hearing from my guides, don't give up, don't stop, keep going. They're saying this a lot lately as well. Some of you may have very little evidence of what we're speaking of, and I believe that's why the guides and the guides and the angels continue to say, keep going, don't quit, don't stop. Yeah. And then we get take action, which is absolutely keep going. All right. Now it's our affirmation card from The Universe Has Your Back. My faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, fear into love. Perfect card to put right alongside the Devil card when those vulture thoughts show up. Do not allow yourself to be robbed of your happiness and joy, because it is the happy that's making the big change. And that's the action to take, to embrace the happy, to choose happy. Communicate that clearly everywhere. All right. Spirit animal, little creature that wants to speak to us today. This is for you to investigate as always. Oh, this is funny. The blue jay. Having some blue jay experiences lately, indirectly. But there it is. Check it out for yourself. Read up on blue jay. What does it have to say to you? Thank you as always for tuning in, for watching. Best wishes and blessings to you as you navigate this part of the journey. And certainly do please take encouragement from the messages. Bye for now, everyone. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.